Hello everyone, and welcome back to Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered. We are on part 2. Finally, we're pushing up. This is our second episode within the series. And I don't think we're supposed to go this way. We'll head out. I'm not even going to look around here. We're going to have to somehow get out into the world, but for now, we might as well just follow what I would think is kind of the more choreographed pathway. To get my strength back up to full.
Strange how my history came full circle. This chapel, I realized, was a memorial to my former Sarafan brethren and myself. All of us martyred here. And then so cruelly profaned by Kain when he imposed his gift on our noble corpses. For the first time, I beheld the image of my Sarafan self, memorialized here among my fallen comrades. It tortured me to see how noble and pure I had been, and what a vile phantasm I had become, and a profound sense of injury, of loss and betrayal welled up in me, so overwhelming I could barely contain it. All I wanted at this moment was to find Kain and destroy him.
Go. Oh, nasty. Oh, that's it. You're done too. Spirits. Get myself healed back up. And immediately into like a monument to the bosses of the last game. Brothers slain. I don't think we're able to do anything. That might be like a soul style backpath. I say soul style, this game is truly original. Yo. Okay, can I climb still?
I emerged, and for the first time beheld Nosgoth in its former glory. The land overflowed with abundant life and vitality. And I knew with certainty then that the world I had left behind was nothing more than the corpse of Nosgoth, a lifeless husk bled dry by the corruption of Kain's parasitic empire. This was the fragile world Kain sacrificed to preserve his own petty life and ambition, heedless of the profound cost. The sight only deepened my resolve. I sensed that the pillars lay to the northwest. If Kain truly waited to confront me there, I would not disappoint him.
West. I must be able to swim still. probably quite a bit that's gonna stay intact. Climbing.
As I passed this arcane landmark, a wisp of the Reaver's energy was drawn into the ring, illuminating it. This created a beacon of sorts in the spirit world. If ever I found myself depleted in the spectral realm, and my soul tossed on the ethereal winds, these beacons would draw me back to safety and restore me.
Okay, so they're gonna have more like a checkpoint-based system in this. You don't always just go back to the underworld. That'll be good. What'll be our travel system, I wonder? Closing the computer. What? Why? What? Homie, we've got one job. You immediately closing it. What is this lunatic doing? Let's not hold the button, maybe? There we go. I was holding the button, so it was telling me. Now this. We're gonna get like a fire reaver, and we're gonna be able to use that, like, light that up. Anyways, let's get... say northwest, right? This is... okay, so get it. Oh.
These ancient obelisks were mysteriously attuned to my spiritual essence. By simply touching the symbol, I could safely preserve an imprint of my soul, and thus create a milestone to which I could return when weary, and from which I could resume my journey.
Save slot, okay. So, yeah, you cannot just save in this. Gotta be at a save checkpoint. That is somewhat annoying. Next, I guess. That away. I feel kind of as if they want you to travel underwater and not on the surface of the water. Kind of shoots you down as soon as you... yeah, those get lit. Let's just head this way. Loves to dive. Go. go. Oh. It's just to get that lit. He said northwest. Is there something past? Like, do I need to interact with those cauldrons right now? Makes me feel like we need this door. Oh. There
While I
we
had
go.
only just escaped the stronghold, I sensed that in time my journey would return me full circle to this place. Infiltrating the fortress, however, would be no small feat. The balcony that had provided my escape was now well beyond my reach, leaving this massive gateway as the only means of entry. The gates were sealed, but like the time-streaming chamber I had seen earlier, their operation was undoubtedly linked to that odd crystal mounted above the entrance.
Here. My homies. I feel like they definitely toned down the damage on the shot. What, like 45 minutes into the game, already getting lost? I love it. That's some proper Legacy of Kain stuff. What's up, cheeks? Oh no, you guys get over here. Come on, snack time. Yum 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 yum. Yum 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 yum. Oh. This guy's a little bit more ferocity with this one. Alright, so they're putting a bit more of a challenge. Spectral Realm. Guys, I don't sound design. Get it. Whoa. buddy. Oh! Oh no! Rude. Actually, is there something I'm supposed to do here? No. Turn. Probably have to light those at some point, but... Oh, he's got a giant cannon?
Get it!
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Yes. Oh, there's the tether. Checkpointing then. Waterfall. Pay the bills here, homie. God damn. Wait, put the waterfall there then. I love waterfall. There's a few things I was thinking about it. Like, swimming in games is a big one. When they put stuff behind waterfalls. And snow. Like, I love snow effects. Oh, dude, thank God you're a bad shot.
These vampires had nothing in common with the deranged jackals I left behind in Kain's derelict empire. They seemed to retain much of their former humanity. In this era, vampires were clearly not the uncontested predators we had been. These creatures were hunted mercilessly and oppressed. And while I still believed that vampirism was a plague and had to be wiped out, there was nothing noble or righteous in this crusade. This was simply ruthless persecution.
It's shining a light on the savagery of humanity, which I can really get behind. What is this thing? Let's take a look at its original design. Good. I can't let it kill me. Jeez, this. Ah, right in the dome. Dude, this game is gonna be great.
The pillars of Nosgoth, pristine, whole, and uncorrupted. I had never beheld them in this undefiled state, yet something profound and indelible resonated within me at the sight. And there, waiting at the very heart of the pillars, was the canker that was destined to destroy them.
I know you're there, Raziel.
Mobius led me to you, Kain, though I might have guessed you'd meet me here.
And if Mobius told you I was hidden on the underside of hell, would you throw yourself into oblivion to pursue me? Mobius trawls for the ignorant and unwary, hauling his gasping prey from the streams of their destinies. Stay out of his net, Raziel.
Spare me your elaborate metaphors, Kain. I have pursued you here for one purpose. You will pay for your betrayal, and balance will thus be restored to Nosgoth.
And whose will is satisfied then? The will of Raziel or Mobius?
Would I be better manipulated by you, Kain? Now, turn and face me. The chase is over.
This isn't a chase, Raziel. We are merely passengers on the wheel of destiny, describing a perfect circle to this point. We've been brought here for a reason. I've seen the beginning and the end of our story, however, and the tale is crude and ill-conceived. We must rewrite the ending of it. You and I.
Face me, Kain. Even you shouldn't die a coward's death.
Isn't it customary to grant the condemned a final request?
I recall no such courtesy from you.
Indulge me, Raziel. All I ask is that you listen.
And this is where the trilogy really
is the
picks up.
sublime moment of our undoing, Raziel. The ineffable fulcrum upon which swings the entirety of our history. This is where all of Nosgoth is betrayed. In this instant, Ariel, the Balance Guardian, is murdered by dark forces bent on overthrowing the Pillars. Her spirit is just now tearing free, lost in the ether, trying to find its way here. You have already seen how she comes to haunt these Pillars.
Bound here by your refusal to die. You are the reason this land becomes diseased. As long as you remain alive, you condemn Nosgoth to an eternity of decay.
Be still, Raziel. See this. As Ariel dies, I am being born to take her place as Balance Guardian. Such is my destiny.
My God.
At the moment of my first cry, Ariel's beloved, the Guardian Nupraptor, finds her corpse. Racked with grief and tormented by suspicions of treachery, Nupraptor plunges into a madness which overflows and infects all of the Guardians who are symbiotically bound, including me. The repercussions of Ariel's assassination were expertly calculated. The entire circle descends into madness, and I am tainted at the moment of my birth, instantly rendered incapable of fulfilling the role destiny has prepared for me.
Shall I show you the same mercy you showed the rest of the circle, then? You blithely murdered them to restore their pillars, yet your hand faltered when it came to the final sacrifice. What makes you exempt, Kain? You're merely the last man standing. Why condemn me for simply carrying out what you hadn't the courage to do yourself?
Let's drop the moral posturing, shall we? We both know there's no altruism in this pursuit. Your reckless indignation led you here. I counted on it. There's no shame in it, Raziel. Revenge is motivation enough. At least it's honest. Hate me, but do it honestly. 30 years hence, I am presented with a dilemma. Let's call it a two-sided coin. If the coin falls one way, I sacrifice myself and thus restore the pillars. But as the last surviving vampire in Nosgoth, this would mean the annihilation of our species. Mobius made sure of that. If the coin lands on the reverse, I refuse the sacrifice and thus doom the pillars to an eternity of collapse. Either way, the game is rigged.
We agree, then, that the pillars are crucial and must be restored.
Yes, Raziel. And that's why we've come full circle to this place.
So after all this, you make my case for me. To end this stalemate, you must die so that new Guardians can be born.
Pillars don't belong to them, Raziel. They belong to us.
Your arrogance is boundless, Kain.
There's a third option. A monumental secret, hidden in your very presence here. But it's a secret you have to discover for yourself. Unearth your destiny, Raziel. It's all laid out for you here.
You said it yourself, Kain. There are only two sides to your coin.
Apparently so. But suppose you throw a coin enough times. Suppose one day it lands on its edge.
Love the build on the story and the way they evolved from the first one.
I didn't know what impulse stayed my hand, why I had so willingly allowed Kain to escape me when I had pursued him for so long. I had no reason to trust Kain after he had valued me so little, and yet I found myself intrigued by his words. I had been too cruelly used to so gullibly play his pawn, but if this world truly had secrets to divulge, I was determined to expose them.
Yeah, buddy. Hundreds of you. Stand and fight you all.
From the moment of my arrival, I had the constant and palpable sensation of being watched. Someone, it seemed, was keenly interested in my presence here.
Let us find out who it is.
From the look of it, this door had been sealed for centuries. I began to realize it was no mere coincidence that I found myself standing here, beneath this winged figure with blue skin and cloven hands so like my own, and bearing this unique key. And so it was with a sense of gravity and trepidation that I unsealed that ancient door and crossed the threshold.
All right, everyone. Let's wrap up episode 2 right here. That's a good chunk of time here. We'll try to keep them a little bit shorter while we can. They'll start getting longer as we need to. I think, like, my one big thing is the way the saves are going to work in this game. It'll be a little bit awkward wrapping up an episode and finding a proper save point and continuing on for when I actually need to stop recording. Because generally I'll record for a few hours at a time and bust out a bunch of half-hour episodes, edit what needs to be edited, and then get them to you guys. But yeah, this is where we're going to call it. So moving forward, we're going to cross the precipice and start finding out what our role is. Third side of a coin. Do me a huge solid, hit that like button. If you're not already part of the community, consider subscribing, join the community. I appreciate you spending your time here with us. Adios.